US video blog number 3. An official Hurricane Isaac survivor. Actually, St. Pete was projected to go right on the warpath of Isaac. It's coming up our coast, but overnight it kind of turned and headed directly to New Orleans. So sorry, New Orleans. Sorry. And really left the Keys right in time as well, because they got hit directly by tropical storm with up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, storm surge. Everyone that is there is okay, including Jen and her business. So her boat just got a little knocked up. But anyway, after coming home from the Keys, I had to rush home and get ready for the hurricane. So I actually had to start working on my roof because I had 2 roof leaks. And luckily I have a friend named Sean and his fiancée Callie who know what they're doing, and I just kind of stood there and watched and took photos. Thank you, love you, mean it. And so we fixed our roof. It's actually leak proof. I checked it today actually, and there's no leaks. Yay, good job Sean and Callie. And so I prepared for this hurricane and got all the supplies, got my house hurricane ready, and it completely missed us. We had about 5-mile gusts and a little bit of rain. Yay. So at least there's some swell now. So we have the after effect of surf, and I'm going out tomorrow, and I'll probably kill myself from attempting to surf too many big waves. I started a written blog about getting to Key Largo, and there's just so much to talk about and so much to cover. I didn't even have time to finish the written blog. So I'm going to go ahead and cover in the video blog today what I covered in the written blog. And I'll make another video after this. So they'll just keep coming. Yay! So I made it to Key Largo, where I met up with Jen. That's my friend who has the snorkel charter and paddle boarding business. So she let me stay with her in kind of exchange for me working with her on her snorkel charter, and also I helped her with her new website and get that up and running. And so I met up with her. She was actually volunteering with Big Brothers and Big Sisters at night and had her little sister with her, which I wrote about in my written blog if you want to find out more about the organization. It's just volunteers are mentors to underprivileged children. So her little sister's name was Lisa from Homestead, who was a Southern Florida Latin princess who loved dubstep. Very rough around the edges, so I wasn't sure how to really connect with her at first, but as soon as I found out she loved dancing, I asked her to teach me how to dance, because I am a completely god-awful dancer with no rhythm.
Some shake and bake. How you about, baby? Break it down. Just threw that monkey all the way around. I got on it, nasty and funky. What's it called? Shake that monkey.
My body just does not move the way I want it to. We've started off with some dubstep. I have no idea how to dance to dubstep. And then we went to, started with some rap, did some booty dancing, shaking all booties, and also did some white girl wop. If you haven't heard of it, I'll show the YouTube video.
Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean in. Turn around in. Turn around in. Now wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do your thing. Make money.
And I only know this dance because my roommate and I do this probably on a regular wine night basis, so we get a lot of practice in, and I'm still miserable at it. So it was still fun teaching it to her and making a fool out of myself. After the hours of dancing, we went ahead and took her back to Homestead, where we sang our hearts out to Celine Dion and Disney songs, and we just had a good time. She really opened up by the end of the night and showed her softer side. So it was a good experience, and we got a couple hours of sleep that night and had to get up early for a snorkel charter, which I agreed to tag along on. I wasn't really working, but Jen wanted me to see the boat and get to experience what she did on a day-to-day basis. So I kind of tagged along and was in the background and got to snorkel. I kind of went crazy and was obsessed with finding lobster. I was determined to find lobster for dinner, and there were plenty of small ones, but regulation size, you have to measure them. None of them were even close to being legal sizes, so I still had fun catching them and releasing them. There's two boys who were so intrigued by it and thought I was the greatest thing in the world. So they were like following me around, watching me find the lobster and tickle them out. So for those of you who don't know what lobstering really is, uh, lobstering, you actually have some tools. You might have to be inventive with some household items. So just use your imagination.
1. Grab a tickle stick to tickle lobster. 2. Grab a net to catch lobster. 3. Find lobster. 4. Begin tickling lobster on tail to trick to come out of reef. Oh, you got him now. Once lobster's out of reef, place net behind lobster. Begin to tickle lobster on face. He will be surprised and jet backwards into your net. Congratulations, you've caught a lobster.
So caught a lot of babies, no keepers, which was very disappointing. I still had a good time snorkeling though. The reef was really pretty. Lots of fish to see. Huge barracuda. Huge. I didn't even get any photos at all. My phone ended up dying, and I was too distracted trying to catch lobster. So the little footage I have, here it is. And you'll notice that all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, Jen appears next to me, which kind of creeped me out at first because I was on my own, like 200 yards away from the boat. And I look over and here she is next to me without any fins, just a mask. And I was kind of concerned at first. And I don't know how she swam all the way out there, but then I forgot how crazy, mad in shape she is. So she's swimming around, no fins, just swimming. I'm out of breath and I have fins. We had an hour total in the water to explore, and then we had to go, headed back. I was supposed to work later that day on a sunset cruise, and I was really excited about it. But unfortunately it had to be canceled because weather purposes. So in the meantime, after the snorkel charter, Jen and I decided to go out paddleboarding. I felt so guilty because Jen was really going out of her way to make sure I was having a good time, and she had 2 hours sleep the night before, had to get up early and work on the snorkel charter, and insisted on taking me out on a paddleboard tour where she does lessons and taught me actually how to properly paddleboard. So she took me into a canal where there's a dolphin research center, and they keep their dolphin enclosure here, and the enclosure is just separated by a chain link gate. So we went up and paddled up, and 3 dolphin greeted us right away. I was so excited. I just jumped off my board and went 6 feet underwater and came down here, held onto the fence, opened my eyes, and there's a dolphin inches from my face. So I was so surprised. I gulped up water, darted back up to the surface. It was just completely unexpected. I'll play it again in slow motion, but you see the shadow of the dolphin, and the camera's down at my waist, so the nose of the dolphin was literally sticking out of the fence. So I was so excited and so surprised. I went right back down after I came up and to get some more shots and spent about 20 minutes with him. Jen got bored and took off to do some intense paddle boarding workouts in the canal while I sat here mesmerized by dolphins. They're just so beautiful, and I just love dolphins so much. I just love as much as I've worked with them in the past, like I'm always impressed by their intelligence and their unique personalities. It was just such a unique, really amazing experience. Like I could relive that every day. So Jen finally tore me away from the dolphins. She got me to do some cardio workout with her where we swam up current with our paddle boards. Then we did a sunset paddle through mangrove tunnels, and it was just completely gorgeous. Paddle boarding at sunset, seeing dolphins, interacting with them. It was really an amazing day, and I cannot thank Jen enough for really going out of her way to showing me a good time and what she gets to experience on a day-to-day basis. That completes the blog for blog 3. And next blog, we will be traveling down to Key West. We'll be driving down to Key West to volunteer with the Special Olympics. We get in some shenanigans, and it'll be on the next blog. Kaya is very proud that she caught her lobster. Yay, Kaya! Good girl.